Prestige Pawnbrokers
Oh, wow, that is amazing.
is part of an exclusive world
Diamante crown for the Queen.
where Britain's elite
We drink a lot of champagne and have a good life.
exchange luxury items
Oh, wow.
I actually saw Kate Middleton wearing it the other day.
Oh, wow.
for big money.
You're looking well into millions.
Oh my God, I don't know what to say.
The man behind it all
This is unbelievable.
is entrepreneur James Constantino.
We deal in almost anything of value, but what I love the most is the ones that make me the most profit.
I'm over the moon.
Oh,
Brilliant.
This time,
I love it.
some eye-catching jewellery,
Love it, love it, love it.
a minuscule motor car,
Well, put your foot down a bit more.
I am.
and a big announcement.
The employee of the month actually is.
Welcome to the world
That is absolutely
Beautiful.
stunning.
of Posh Pawn. Most pawn shops will lend against any legal item of value,
Carl, it's James here from Prestige Pawnbrokers.
and staff at Weybridge have learnt to expect the unexpected.
As far as antiques go,
Yeah.
I've got an antique bear.
No, I'm not totally convinced that's an expensive bear, but I don't know anything about bears.
So I'll take it in to show Joe.
Let's put my mouth over the end of that gun.
And given their reputation for loaning against the unusual and outlandish, inquiries often come from further afield. Today, James has had an inquiry from a Nigerian businessman trying to secure a multi-million-pound loan against a fleet of 10 fighter jets.
The first email we had, good morning, James. I called earlier in respect of acquiring a fund loan against 10 units of Supercat Jaguar 16 fighter jets, all in very good condition with neat body. I aim of bringing it, I can't even say it.
Put your teeth back in.
I aim of bringing it into the UK. I should have AVE detailed information before incurring costs of transport to the UK. It sounds pretty far-fetched, to be honest with you, but we've got to go through with it. Joe's a bit sceptical.
What's your instinct telling you? Come on. Are you with me?
My glass is always half full, not half empty. You know that. I'm an optimist.
No.
Joe, a good entrepreneur will always have a desire for gain over a fear for loss.
I know, that's why you're one and I'm not. Because I think it's a load of...
That was bullshit! Oh, come on now, that ain't even bullshit. That's horseshit.
Warning, warning, that's all I'm saying.
James won't be handing over a seven-figure sum just yet, but the offer of fighter jets has certainly caught his attention.
I do get a little bit excited when it comes to big boys' toys, whether it's fighter jets, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. I'm always there first when it comes to the appraisal. Hi, afternoon.
Dealing with unusual vehicles is all in a day's work for James,
James, what's that up there?
but not for the rest of the staff.
No, what is it?
It's big. It's like a
There's a big thing
outdoor
outside.
cinema. It's like a camera. It's massive.
I bet I'll have a look. I think I know.
Better have a look.
Is it on
What
the
is
side
it?
of the van?
It's outside.
Cinema on the side of the
In
van.
front of our shop.
I think I know what all that's about.
What is it?
Yeah. Well, it's this fella who's come in, wants a loan.
What?
Hi, James.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, what are you doing?
That's incredible, isn't it? That's so clear as well.
But it is because we are not using LCD screens made for outdoors with super bright screens, so you can see them in daylight. We are going to take advertisement from corporations or for small to medium-sized businesses. And the good thing is you can change the content on it from your office and wherever they want us to drive around.
It's mad, isn't it? So what's in the back?
There's a lot of tech that goes inside.
What's the van from? What is the van?
Well, the van is your normal,
Just a normal
transit
full
van.
transit?
Yes.
Fantastic. I can see one problem though. Makes my legs look really short.
I think it's the angle of the camera.
Must be. So tell me, what are you looking to raise?
We are looking to raise £50,000.
50 grand?
Yes.
And you want to use one of your existing vans? Is it this particular one?
This particular one, yes.
All right, well, look, when do you need this done by?
We need it done in the next few weeks.
Definitely, all right. Well, we'll come back to you.
Thank you, James.
Lovely, thanks for your time.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Lovely
Thank
item.
you. How is it going? Oh, thank you.
The owner of the giant video van is 46-year-old Hussein, who runs a bar and restaurant in Surrey.
That's one of the advantages of having a restaurant. I don't wait too long to be served. Hi, John. How is it going?
Okay.
John is a fantastic chef. When I want to impress people, I'll say, hey, guys, come around for dinner. And then I'll come here and ask John. John, make some stuff. I'll take them home and then present them as if I made it. It always works a treat. I don't think I'm a workaholic. Some people say that. I feel personally that I don't work hard enough. Hi, Eric. I wanted to ask you more about that email marketing campaign. Restaurants, bars, cocktails. It's not very pleasant to go to bed at 2, 3 in the morning and get up at 7:20. I would love a lifestyle where I don't have to wake up early in the morning. But, you know, it has to be done. I love holidays, although I haven't had one for a long, long time.
And Hussein has recently started another business.
Good, it's not coming off. Now, these are advertising vans. We call them digivans. Imagine a billboard, but you can go where your customers are. And because it's more unusual, it takes more attention. You can actually park this outside a pub and watch a football match or a rugby match. We received a meeting for digivans.
Hussein already has 2 vans, but he has his eyes on building a fleet.
We ordered another 8 vans to make it 10 altogether. So we are going to be short for about £50,000.
So he's hoping to pawn one of his vans.
If you don't get the loan, the restaurant and the bar has to do better than what they are doing at the moment. But they are already doing very well, so it's a big ask.
It's the start of another week at the pawn shop, and James is following up an inquiry from a Nigerian businessman looking to pawn some military fighter jets.
I'm wondering if you can help me.
He's speaking to their London embassy.
From our point of view, we must check this out thoroughly. No, okay, what's the email? obina@gmail.com.
Gmail account for Nigerian embassy.
Thank you very much. Thank you, bye. Bye.
Gmail account for the Nigerian embassy.
Apparently.
A bit odd, isn't it? Thought it'd be like more governmental type email. It's like worth going in the English embassy up somewhere and them saying at hotmail.com.
Okay. All right, well, anyway, he says it sounds very odd to me, basically. He said it doesn't sound quite right. He said the information I received was that this is seeming more and more like a hoax. They've told me that basically they don't dispose of their military hardware in this fashion through pawnbrokers in Surrey. Surprisingly enough, I don't know why. Maybe they should. I was looking quite hopeful at one point, I must admit.
James's dream of adding Nigerian military hardware to his pawn shop's portfolio has been dashed.
Just remember it's heavy, mate. Yeah, don't want to drop it. Right, so let's go.
The pawn shop is used to dealing with the weird and the wonderful.
Just take it a bit easy.
And policeman David is looking to sell something out of the ordinary.
Here it is, a personal yellow submarine. When my son first told me that he'd won a personal submarine, I thought he was joking.
David's son Barry thought he was entering a competition to win a sandwich.
Originally they said, oh, you've won a sub and a drink. So he thought I was just going to get a voucher for a Subway. And the man on the phone said, no, you've won the submarine. I'd be amazed if this is going to hold it up.
Why don't you get in and have a look?
Right.
See what it's like.
How'd you get in here?
You look like a spaceman.
Don't really make sense to me.
No.
But it's a nice bright colour. You wouldn't lose it, would you? My son has now finished at university. Obviously, like most students in university, he's got substantial debts. Just really want to get rid of the submarine and get some money for him. I wish he'd won a car, really. 1, 2, 3, go. The competition in the magazine says it's worth about £9,500. I'll take it to the pawn shop and see what they offer.
This underwater explorer has never been used.
Okay.
It's difficult to explain.
Oh, wow.
So if James is to sell it, he'll first need to check it's in working order.
If we can get it in the water and try it out, that'd be fantastic. Cheers, David.
James, cheers.
Cheers. Joe, you won't believe what I've just seen outside.
What?
Well, I'm going down in it next week. The yellow submarine.
Oh, you're joking?
No, the guys just brought it in.
Oh my God. So wait a minute, what do you mean you're going in it?
Take it in the pool.
A swimming pool?
Yeah. I did think, what if it tips over?
Oh yeah, where your head's bigger than your body. Better ask them to balance it out with some boots.
We might need a bit of ballast. We deal in unusual items, and obviously the more unusual, the more riskier the loan. So basically, I'm putting my arse on the line when it comes to lending money against these very unusual items.
So can James secure a sale of the tricky sob and help David's son pay off his student debts?
A little yellow submarine. Well, I never.
Day to day, pawn shops hand out loans from as little as £100. But James specialises in much larger deals, which means he gets offered some seriously expensive bits of kit. It's the start of a week and already he's had an inquiry that's got him buzzing.
Okay, we've just had a call about a helicopter, which is quite interesting. It's called a single squirrel helicopter. It's 5 years old, value apparently 1.5 million, so that's great for us. Guy is interested in selling it, but he really needs a quick loan. He's got a property deal coming up and he's looking to raise finance. So we're going to now jump on the phones, jump on the internet and basically try and get to the bottom of it. So that's what we're going to do. For me, it's a no-brainer. Why would I want to sit here marketing myself at the lower end of the market when I could actually do marketing myself at the higher end? The loans are bigger, the rewards are greater.
But so are the risks. For a loan this size, James needs to make sure the helicopter is worth the money.
Oh, hi there. I wonder if you can help me. We may be looking to dispose of a helicopter. It's a single squirrel, 5 years old. Yes. Between 1 and 2 million. Yeah, I think the client was talking about 1.5, so you're bang on the money there, really.
The encouraging numbers mean that a loan of £500,000 is well within James's comfort zone.
Thanks for your help, Jack, and I'll be back to you tomorrow with some more information and we can take it from there. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Bye. So that was Jack Schramm, helicopter guy, really knowledgeable. So basically now I've got a list of information I need to find out and we'll get to the bottom of it and I'll get back onto the owner and see what we can do.
Yeah, just pop in and then one of our specialists can have a look at it.
With items as unusual as Hussein's video van, even for James, it's difficult to know where to start.
TV bus for sale. Okay, let's have a look at this. TV bus. I like that, but it's not the same. It's really difficult when you're trying to ascertain a value of something and you've got nothing to compare it to, then it makes it really hard to come up with a value. And at the moment, I'll be plucking figures out of air, to be honest with you, and not really something I want to do. Not when we're talking about 50 grand. Well, this is good because I've found other companies that in the UK are hiring these vans out for 750 quid a day, and that's quite good money. TV vans are us.
For James, finding a buyer for a stunning piece of jewellery is straightforward, but finding one for David's quirky one-man submarine might not be so simple. Today, James is planning a safety test with the sub and has lined up a potential buyer to watch the demonstration.
He seems quite keen. I think he may have boats out in Spain, so I think it will add to his portfolio of toys. How you doing, Mark?
I'm very well, thanks. How about you?
Yeah, not bad. So what are your plans with it?
It's my son's birthday on Friday. It's his 21st. So what I'm thinking about is buying it for a surprise for him.
Okay, I'll get changed. Let's get it in the water and try it out.
Wonderful. I look forward to seeing you in your mankini.
The unwanted prize has never been used.
Oh, James, how are you?
It's all set up, is it?
It is all set up. 3. And it floats.
Possibly go wrong.
The only thing I do know is you've just got to breathe normally.
Breathe normally.
Breathe normally.
I'm not sure I can manage that.
That does it all. That does it all for you. Good luck.
Cheers.
The sub may well float, but now the pressure's on James to prove it can be operated underwater.
I was a bit apprehensive at first, and I was praying to God, please let this thing work. The buyer was there, and I didn't want to end up with egg on my face.
It's a shaky start.
Oh my God!
Here's needing some help.
Jesus!
But James soon gets the hang of things.
That is amazing. What an amazing bit of kit.
Look at it. It really goes.
This is absolutely amazing. I feel like bloody James Bond under here. This is unbelievable. I didn't expect this. This is outrageous.
I'm relieved that it's working properly and that James seems to be safe and he's enjoying what he's doing.
What a wonderful bit of kit. Oh my God. This is fantastic. I want one of these for myself.
James is sold on the unusual toy, but it's the buyer's opinion that's crucial to the deal's success.
I would say it's probably the ultimate toys for the boys. If I can get the price right, I would be very, very interested in purchasing it.
For James, it's straight back to the office, hoping his hands-on demonstration will help seal the deal.
Hi, Joe.
Hiya, you alright?
Yeah.
How did it go?
Oh, that was good.
Was it good?
I was like a man from Atlantis under there, honestly. I had webbed hands when I came out.
While you're off gallivanting in Yellow Submarine, we've had the phone ringing off the wall.
Yeah.
I've trained people at Richmond. I've driven back like a lunatic because we had a flood, and I'm now trying to catch up on the paper.
Joe's not impressed with James's underwater joyride, but luckily for the business, the buyer is.
I think you can get a deal done possibly around the 3,000, but he does want to move quite quickly, if that was any good. I think if we tried to push him for any more, you might not be able to get him on board, but I think at $3,000 you could possibly do a deal.
So the buyer has a potential present for his son's 21st birthday, and having negotiated a tricky deal, James stands to take a cut of the sale.
That's good.
Back in Weybridge, James is out on a valuation of his own, and the stakes don't get much higher than this. He's on his way to see the chopper that's being offered as collateral for £500,000. He wants the deal, but this one is going to be harder than usual to land.
A bit nervous. I've just sort of bitten 4 nails down to the bone, so I'm not keen on heights, to be honest with you. I'm getting a bit sweaty palmed, and as we're approaching our destination, it's beginning to kick in. So, but I'll go with a flow. If I've got to get up in it, I've got to get up in it. You know, I'm not going to lend £500,000 and not try the thing out. It's all in the line of duty.
At the hangar, James meets the helicopter's owner.
So, Roger, this is the machine, is it?
This is why we brought you down here.
It's fantastic.
Show you the beast.
It looks in good nick. Jack's here to give it the once over for us and go through it all and just make sure it is what it is. It's nice and shiny.
Have you ever wanted one yourself?
No, mate. No, I don't do heights, so yeah, it's not something that I've fancied, but I can appreciate it for for what it is. It looks like a lovely bit of kit.
To the untrained eye, the helicopter looks good, but James needs more than that if he's to loan £500,000 against it.
So, Jack, how are we doing?
Okay, so far. It's looking very clean and tidy.
She's a flyer, is she?
Yeah, she's in good nick. Very tidy. The condition sort of tells me that it is a Lao's machine. And
no rusty bits, no oil leaks, nothing sort of just
nothing out of the ordinary at all, no.
Okay.
The helicopter has passed its visual inspection with flying colours. But now it's the bit that James has been dreading.
My bum is twitching a little bit, to be honest with you. Just mildly. We'll try and get it over and done with as quickly as possible.
All right, let's get some there.
All strapped in and ready to go, James is anything but calm.
This doesn't feel right.
Are you all right back there?
Yeah.
You sure?
We're having a really lovely time. Wait, now come on. No. Well, that's quite high, isn't it? What's the temperature gauge like now? Because you said it was a bit hot a minute ago, didn't you?
Fine.
Fine now. Yeah?
But apparently, it's not that fine.
There's a little beep, but I didn't like it. It sounded like there was a little alert. Shit. Very close to those trees.
Don't worry.
Okay, Dennis. You've done this before, haven't you?
A little bit.
You might want to ease off the gas a little bit.
And touchdown. James is back on terra firma.
Flying is not something I actually relish, so I couldn't think of anything worse than going up in that helicopter, but I realised that if I was going to loan against it, there was something that I just had to do. I don't like warning signals. Usually you pull over when you hear a warning signal.
But it seems that poor old James has been the victim of a prank dreamed up by Roger.
How you doing?
I'm good. That's you I'm worried about.
Oh my God.
The feeling?
There was a little nervous bit there.
What happened?
A little buzzer went off and that was all... it was a bit worrying for a minute.
Yeah? Do you think that was a bit staged?
I don't think so. Was it staged? Was that staged? Oh, my pants. Was that really staged? Oh, you
We aim to please.
Oh.
It's an unorthodox way of sealing the deal, but it's just another day in the life for a pawnbroker. Restaurant owner Hussein has arrived at the Weybridge branch to see if James will lend him £50,000 against one of his video vans.
We have 2 at the moment. We placed an order for another 8. We asked for £50,000, but we will see what we are offered.
It's a fascinating item, but the problem is that technology goes in and out of fashion like Lawrence's trousers, to be fair. And as such, you've got to be really careful when loaning money against those sorts of items.
Hey James, how are you?
Yeah, lovely. Come in. Go upstairs and let's have a chat. From my point of view, this £50,000 is a hell of a lot of money, and to be honest with you, it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. I really was beginning to sort of sweat a little bit. Look, I have got some numbers for you. We've been doing a bit of work, and I can tell you that we can actually get to £100,000 against one van if you need to borrow it.
Oh, thank you.
I know you only need 50, so that's fine. So you're more than covered. If you needed more than that, we can get to 100.
Well, thank you very much. That's very exciting, and it also is good to have confidence in our project.
Fantastic. Well, look, it's been a pleasure meeting you, and I wish you all the success with your business. We'll get all the paperwork done and get it over to you.
Thank you.
Lovely. Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you.
I'll walk you down.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's amazing. I was surprised that you offered 100,000, but it's a nice, pleasant surprise.
When we started talking in depth about the vans and putting them out there, People were very excited about what he had actually, and to offer £100,000 against one of those items, I think we're still in a secure position.
I'm very, very happy. If it's a 0 miserable, 10 very happy, I'm 10.